Pugh is arraigned on charges of criminal sexual conduct. And that story does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Kasumi. He was arrested in New York City and extradited to Detroit. Charles Pugh appeared by video and from the jail in court on charges that he molested a 14-year-old boy more than a decade ago. Local 4's Guy Gordon is joining us live now this afternoon just outside of 36th District Court here in downtown Detroit. And Guy, it appears that there's little chance of Pugh being let out of jail anytime soon. That bond is pretty high.
Not unless he has an awful lot of cash stashed, Evrod. You're absolutely right. Normally, an offender would be able to post 10% on the bond, but in this case, that wasn't an option from the magistrate. It is $500,000 on the barrelhead for him to get out for a man who said in court just a few months ago in his federal trial that he was out of cash. But what we are witnessing here could be the beginning of the final act in a political and personal collapse that is almost Shakespearean in its scope. Kwame Kilpatrick may have taken advantage of taxpayers, but Wayne County prosecutors say Charles Pugh took advantage of children.
And you heard the charges that were read.
The normally fastidiously stylish Pugh appeared drawn and haggard in his jail jumpsuit. The arraignment broadcast from the Detroit Detention Center on the east side.
Sexual conduct, first degree with multiple variables, with a SOR notice and HIV/STD testing.
Pugh faces 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct for what prosecutors call multiple incidents of inappropriate sexual contact with the then 14-year-old boy, each punishable by up to life in prison. He also faces 3 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct with a child 13 to 15 years of age. That's a 15-year felony. The alleged incidents happening in Pugh's apartments. The now 27-year-old alleged victim is one of 4 men in recent months claiming Pugh made inappropriate advances or contact when they were youths. Prosecutors sought a high bond, saying Pugh is a flight risk. They recounted his dead-of-night secret departure from Detroit 3 years ago as justification for their concern, saying his previous ties to the community didn't hold him then and wouldn't now.
The ties he had, his position on city council, residence, employment, family, friends, he was tied to this city. Those ties did not keep him here 3 years ago.
He faces mandatory HIV testing, also mandatory registration as a sex offender upon conviction. We should see him back in court 1 week from today on a probable cause hearing, and then we should hear from his accuser for the first time come July 26th. That is when the preliminary examination is scheduled. In the meantime, he remains in the Detroit Detention Center out on Mon Road. Live from 36th District Court, I'm Guy Gordon. Local 4, Evrod, back to you.